Let's get it started. I was out grocery shopping, how blissfully, and I started thinking about sex, of course. I was thinking about how when you're truly connected with someone and you're having an intimate moment with them, how you feel like you're connected in space. So the feeling for me is something like, if I'm having a moment with someone, I feel like my star me. So I guess in my mind, the reflection of me on earth is a star. My consciousness lies in a star. I don't know why I think that, but I feel like stars hold consciousness, and my consciousness in the star, when I come across information that's really exciting, or if I'm really happy, or if I'm in a very intimate moment, it starts to brighten. And I feel like that person's star starts to brighten too. And the stars start communicating. So we're like in the cosmos communicating in an intimate way also. I feel like when I'm intimate, I'm connected in the cosmos with that person. So I feel like that's what love brings you to, that ultimate connection, that union of being connected in an outer body form. It's not physical as far as what you see. And the feeling is extraterrestrial, which means not of Earth. The feeling isn't there's no other feeling on Earth that would bring you that feeling of connectedness, that particular feeling of connectedness. So the feeling is more extraterrestrial. Terre is terrain. So people have to be cautious how they interpret when I say extraterrestrial. It's just not of the earth. And I feel like that is the true ultimate raw truth union of love. Now, what they don't want you to have is a divine, true, natural union with anything that's going to connect you to truth, your roots, nature, where you're from. That's what is being prevented. So that's why there's GMO foods. GMO foods prevent you from connecting with the earth. So if you're not connected to the earth and you're not getting the earth's nutrition, you're being fed an alternative DNA that is going to fuel your body with the ingredients to wreak havoc, to cause confusion, disease, emotional instability, and that's also going to play out in your relationships, not only in your health, but the health and the relationships you have around you. Now, the GMO of foods is taking away from people having connections with the planet, with nature, with earth, and having respect for it. Because if you don't have value in the planet and in nature, and you're not getting the nutrients from it, then that means you disregard truth. Now, the same can be said for GMO drugs. People put their trust in their heart and soul in a lot of prescription drugs, feeling that they feel truth and seek truth in those types of options, but they don't seek value and truth in natural options. And that's exactly what conventional medicine has done. It's pulled you away from natural medicine. There was naturally a remedy for every known disease or ailment. And, in the event of a catastrophic accident where you're going to need invasive surgery, then a lot of times natural medicinal techniques can and will not only relieve symptoms over time, but cure your ailments. Whereas conventional medicine doesn't necessarily cure. It more so masks it. So this inversion that's typically done, sorry, I'm sweating. I'm in the tub right now. It's hot. And this inversion that's usually done to prevent people from being connected with the earth is always implemented and sold as the best option, the most readily available, more cost effective, because they want you to pick the GMO version. They want to smoke the GMO tobacco, which is the genetically modified chemicalized tobacco that's available on the market right now. They want you to choose the GMO foods because they're cheaper than the organic. They want you to choose anything that is the less natural version of something. And that can also be said, coming back around to it, with sex. Now, an intimate, passionate love connection is when you feel connected to the cosmos. And a lot of times people are like, oh, that's fairy tale stuff. People don't always feel that way. Or maybe I met someone one time that made me feel that way, but most guys can't make me feel that way, or most girls can't make me feel that way. And therefore, I don't think that that's really common anymore. I think it's so rare. I'm not really going to look to find that. And that's not true. You're just being distracted like you're being distracted with everything else. The GMO information that you're seeing on the news. People think that CNN and Fox and all those people, that's the truth, where you find truth. That's GMO right there. That's straight negative falsehoods just to provoke illness, sickness, and distract you from what they're actually trying to cover, the truth. So that's another GMO right there. Now, the GMO for intimate sexual connection, I realized today, is pornography. So pornography, or the over-sexualization of women, especially because men haven't been they have, especially with the, transgender LGBT. There's a lot of promotion of feminizing males, so that is bringing more of a sexualization to the male form. But more so, let's stick on the topic of pornography. When you have been overexposed to pornography and you're overstimulated by it, your mind begins to seek truth in the falsehood of pornography and that false intimacy and those acts that you begin to train yourself as needing stimulation from those types of acts to feel that connection. Because if you're not doing those particular acts, then you don't feel as connected. So some people are so overstimulated that they can't even begin to find satisfaction in a straightforward, intimate connection because they're seeking something different. They're seeking an alternative high. It's the high from being overstimulated and being overexposed to those types of stimulations that you would get from being influenced by certain acts that would deter you from finding or having an intimate, true intimate cosmo love relationship with someone where you are dancing in the stars with them. So just like food, just like tobacco, just like the information you see on TV, love is being attacked as well. If you are of a certain age and you haven't had an intimate connection with someone where you felt that you were connected in an extraterrestrial way, or if you were connected in a way that you couldn't explain, and it was a mutual connection that you both have, whether the person said it or not, you feel that it's mutual. People are terrible at expressing their feelings to you sometimes, but you feel that it's mutual. And if you haven't experienced that, that means you have potentially been targeted or affected by not necessarily pornography in itself, but over-sexualization in media and culture. You see it on TV, you see it in magazines. You've been affected by or overstimulated by the sexualization of whatever you're attracted to in the media or whatever you have access to. And potentially it's hampered your ability to connect with someone in an extremely intimate, truthful, focused, customized, unique, in a unique way that's not influenced by what you've seen. A lot of times, I can definitely admit that if I'm intimate with someone, I'm playing a whole different movie in my head than what's actually taking place. Completely different. And a lot of times I need to do that to get to the point that I want to be at, to be satisfied. And then there's people that I connect with in a way that's so unique And I've had partners that have been so unique that it's like, wow, this feeling is, I'm here right now, and I'm here with you, but I'm somewhere else, and I'm not going through the imagery or the fantasy that I need to play in my head of what would be going on in a perfect situation or the mood I'm in to really get me aroused. I think that you can still have a great love connection with someone if you haven't had that extremely connected sexual experience with them. You can still absolutely love someone, but I just want to bring awareness to the fact that GMOs and that over sexualization of things that have been pushed, like pornography and sexualized television programming, images on social media, overly sexualized. You can easily be on social media and just be scrolling, mind your own business, and then start getting ideas because someone posted something. And it's like, damn, you really just detouring your whole audience and people that don't even follow you. You just really just detouring people's attention. And that's on purpose. That's not, people are encouraged to behave in those ways and post behaviors and things like that because they get clout for it. They get liked for it. They feel value from it, but they're no less or more of a victim than you are just by being distracted by them. They've been distracted into feeling that they have value in having those behaviors and sharing that with people for people to become distracted. So pornography is a GMO. It's fake love. It's meant to wreak havoc in your life, cause diseases, cause disharmony, just like every other GMO. So just be careful, you guys, when you feel like you're getting distracted, when you're scrolling and trolling. Just be careful. Don't let the distraction take you to the point of seeking that false kind of, eventually people are going to be all into robots and all that false technical kind of non-connected, non-emotional stimulation. I mean, what the fuck? People are on their phones getting off. Like, what kind of world? Like, if you think about it,